Alrighty then, greetings and salutations, welcome everyone, one and all. My name is Michael, I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to Heroforge Legendary, the series where we sit down with you guys and build a Heroforge mini. Not only do we build a Heroforge mini, we get these minis printed out so we can do a review on them, so we can see exactly what we get when we decide to make and create these wonderful and incredible minis. Now, guys, as always, it's wonderful to see you guys here, and I hope you guys are having an amazing and wonderful time. But there is special news. That's right, special news. For those of you who celebrate the season, of course, Thanksgiving is coming up this weekend. And with Thanksgiving on its way, that means, of course, the Black Friday sales are out in force, including, of course, Heroforge, where Heroforge now is going to be giving $5 off any physical 3D printed model, and also a already pre-applied discount on all virtual downloads and stuff. So if you are looking at getting Heroforge minis, now is a great time to do so. The code there is, I've just posted in chat, is Epic Loot, and if you use that, you will get $5 off your next Heroforge mini. How cool is that? That's awesome. So yes, that is very exciting and very cool. And rest assured that I will be putting in my orders today, because this is what we're doing. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 6, and as you know, we do half seasons of the Legendary series. So this means that this is our final Heroforge villain for season 3 before we get them all printed. So I'm super excited that managed to work out. But before we get into what we're going to be doing today, let's do a quick review over some of the stuff that we have done thus far. So these are all the Heroforge Legendary ones. So last week, in case you weren't aware, we had our fire-inspired character, and we built a salamander for our villain, who came out really freaking nice. So that was the end result. Oh, I say end result. It's the moderate result of our salamander that we created, which, I think is really cool. Like, I love that the fire isn't uniform and that there's like kind of the dirtiness to it. I could do some readjustments and realign things, like the little arm bit there could use a little bit of TLC, but I think he came out really nicely. We then also made, who did we make before that? I think we made, yes, the Forgotten Child, little tiny child that we made. So this was our demon child, the kind of serial killer who kind of has the darkness within. This is really cool. I love how this one came out. This one came out like really good. And we did a lot of really fun stuff with that one. Then we have our legendary Glass Dragonborn. So this is a vicious warlock dragonborn who wields glass magic, which I like to think is a mix of like fire magic and earth magic. So he basically pours melted glass on people, and I think that's kind of a cool thing. Like maybe he like collects glass encased victims as a hobby. That's a really cool really cool villain. I love that guy. We then also made Zahag, which is this old crone that we threw together with the voodoo and the cauldron, the rats and stuff like that. Definitely some muggy colors here, with a lot of very, very cool goopiness to it. So that one's also a nice one. I love the potions as well, like the actual cauldron that we had. That was very cool. And that bone dagger. Oh, so nice. So nice. And then, of course, lastly, we made... I can just tell she gets me. We made our zombified werewolf who had basically been killed by silver. So he's now, like, silver infected. So, because we thought, like, what would be scarier than just a werewolf, right? Would be the idea that the werewolf was actually an undead. So he didn't care about silver anymore. And that's like, what would you do at that point? At what point would your brain click over and say, "Oh, he's undead"? You know what I mean? I love that. I love that. Realization at a D&D table. That would be beautiful, beautiful. All right. Today, however, we're going to be looking at what we're going to build. Now, there's only a couple of new things on the list today. So there are some new instruments, which we talked about last week: the bugle, the panpipes, and the keytar, which is freaking awesome. Like. But now we have some bladed pistols, which are really good. And I'm not gonna lie, right? Like, I'm kind of, you know, like there is no. See what I mean? Like that pistol there is slightly less refined than the blade pistol, and I don't know how I feel about that. I'm like, I want that pistol, right, just without the blade, not necessarily the slightly chunkier one. But you know, like say what you want. I think it's all right. So we got the blade pistols, which are brand new. We have the short haft bladed shotgun. I want to say it's like a. I mean, I guess it's still a pistol, but like you know what I mean. Like it looks like a shotgun. And then we have the maracas. Yes, there we go. So so I don't think we need a theme for today. Like in terms of like normally we say, okay, let's make a theme and stuff like that. But oh yeah, and swords. We've got some new designs for some blades, which I think are cool. Always good to have new blades. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, we don't really need a theme for today. So today I'm gonna keep it open, keep it nice, keep it fresh. You guys are gonna give me some ideas for your for what villain we should make, and we're just gonna make it. That's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna make it. We're gonna make it. I also need to adjust me just here real quick. Where am I? I am there. There. That was bugging me. All right, there you go. All right, so throw out your ideas. What are some cool ideas for a villain character? Now we want to avoid what we've done already, obviously. So we've got like a hag, we've got like a zombified werewolf, we've got a possessed child, we've got an evil sorcerer. And we have our monstrous flaming salamander, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So we're on episode 6. I knew what I was doing. So what should be our next monster? What should be the thing we do next? Cult leader. See, cult leader I'll keep, but I think it's a little bit close to the whole like evil spellcaster thing. I want something different, something new, something that we're gonna be able to turn around and be like, oh my god, like yes, this is it, something vastly different. There are some new tails, which are really cool. Like you got the dinosaur tail, which is nice, the octopus tail, the dragonfly tail, and the scorpion tail. I do like the scorpion tail. One way or another, I definitely want to figure out a way to use that scorpion tail properly. Chaotic Murder Hobo D&D player should be the next monster. Ooh, that's a very political stance. Let's have a quick look here. Manage polls. New poll. Villain. Murder hobo. I'm gonna put the vizier here at the moment, but again, I will replace the vizier if we have something with a bit more variety. So we'll throw that one in there as well. All right, what else do we have? Throw out your ideas. All ideas. Sounds half my table. Oh, it hurts. It's so true. It's very true. Like murder hobos. I just had to deal with a bunch of murder hobos on one of my tables, and they just wiped everything out. A demon or devil? We haven't really done demons or devils. Yeah, okay, demons or devils. I'll throw them out there. That's a good one. Demon or devil. I'm gonna put demon, devil, or daemon, because those are kind of cool. Daemons from Pathfinder are one of my favorite bad guys. So yeah, okay, that's a good one. Anything else? Scorpion man, like a minotaur but half scorpion. That will be tough. I'm gonna say no only because I don't have claws. That's the only thing, is I don't have insect legs to be able to make a thing. Like basically all I'd be is just a regular guy with a scorpion tail, you know what I mean? So Ira Genasi, I appreciate that. I do. I know that Heroforge lacks the extra bits that I need to really make use of that scorpion tail. Except for my manticore. Actually, you know what? I'll do this real quick while we're still deciding. So continue throwing out ideas, everyone. I'm just going to make a slight adjustment. Unusual races. Where are you? So for those of you who don't remember, a while back ago, one of the first series of the Tales of Alestria was Minion Quest, which featured a group of monsters who had done stuff. So in my world, I had the Manticore race, who were basically like kind of Saudi Arabian inspired race, and yeah, one of the characters was Manny the Manticore. So I think this is a great opportunity, while I remember, to upgrade Manny. There he is. Look at that. How was that? Maybe a little black tail bit there. Segments, maybe red segments. Maybe red and then orange segments. Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah. Can I decal the tail? No, I can't. No, there you go. All right, cool. So yeah, Manny's got a tail, a scorpion tail now, which I think is cool. Can I adjust the size of the tail? That's a good one. No, I can't. Okay, there we go. Minion Quest. Manfred has received an upgrade. Yay! All right. Also, hello to the Quilt Cafe. Welcome in. Damon's the old name for the Yugolots in First Edition D&D. Yeah, they are. All right. So, back to it. What else do we have? So we're still gathering up ideas for today's mini. The goal is villains. If you manage to pull off a Beholder and Heroforge, you're my personal hero. One of them is slightly more than you. Look, there are people who have learned how to glitch Heroforge. And they have actually made, as you can see here, there are actually a bunch of people who have glitched Heroforge and made a Beholder, but it involves like closing the program and starting it, and you can't print them. The biggest thing is we need to print them, so we're not gonna do that, unfortunately. But yeah, as you can see, there's a couple that people have made. I can kind of see how they did it too. Yeah, that one's probably the most impressive, I think. But yeah, there you go. All right. Anything else? We've got Murder Hobo, we got the Vizier, we've got the Demon Devil Damon, which is kind of cool. I'm about DT, I'm Strahd, and there's a Murder Hobbyist of them all. There's a Paladin saying this sword can only be used by good characters. Oh, yeah? Hey, what's up, Art Heart Studio? Art, hey, you've actually come in at the very start of the stream, which means that we're still taking in, I need 2, maybe 3 more suggestions for today's Heroforge build. We are building villains, that's the only thing, and we are trying to avoid making something we've already made. And with what we've already made, we have made a witch, a demon-possessed child, a dragonborn, kind of wizardy spellcastery sort, a zombified werewolf, and a salamander. So those are the 5 that we've made. So if they're drastically different from them, all the better. A Balrog. Ooh, you know what? A Balrog could be fun. A Balrog could be a lot of fun. I like that one. Balrog. Okay, yeah, we'll throw in a Balrog. That's a good one. I need at least 1 more. I'll take 2, but if we can get 1 more in, then I'd be happy. Villains. Think about like stuff that you would use in your games as well. Like you know, this doesn't just have to be a pretty mini. Like we could, because we're getting the recipe for it anyway as well. So it may as well be something that we're like, oh, this would be kind of cool. I mean, what about a Ice Lich? Mind Flayer? I can't do Mind Flayer. For so many different reasons. Actually, you know what? I will share the reasons. Ladies and gentlemen, in case you did not know, during the early Kickstarter of Heroforge, back when they actually were doing it, they were talking about making octopus people and stuff like that, and there was a lot of issue taken with Mind Flayers and the IP that belongs to Wizards of the Coast. Because of that, we do not see many Mind Flayers or the like in Heroforge for reasons. That is not to say that you couldn't make your own, but just that in order to avoid ruffling any feathers, I am not going to be making any Mind Flayers. Though they are one of my favorite villains, and I will say that till this day, that you can definitely make them, but I will not be doing so on stream. Hi Dag, not feeling awesome, but I'm here. Oh, thank you for joining us, Jamar. I'm sorry to hear that you're not feeling well, but you know, just rest your weary eyes. Just you know, let the soothing sounds of my voice heal you. You know, cats do that. Cats actually apparently purr to heal themselves. That's really cool. I didn't like that. Evil Cleric. Ooh, you know what? I like the Evil Cleric a little bit more than the Vizier, so I'm gonna put down Evil Cleric. I like that. All right, there we go. We have our list. We have our list. When did we make an Evil Cleric? Oh, we've made a AK has made a bunch of AK has made a bunch of those. So yeah, if you want to check them out, check out the Discord. I think they're in there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the poll is up. So without any further ado, please throw your votes in. Let us know which one of these you would like to see us build today. Does Dag purr? Yes, Dag does purr. It does take a lot more effort though. No, sorry, terrible. Hey Desmay, thank you so much for the subscription. You are a bloody legend. And I'd also like to take a quick moment to give a shout out and thank you to McBluff for subscribing for 12 months. We have an anniversary, baby. That's right, it is our summerversary. So thank you so much for supporting me over the last year. That has been awesome. And yay. Yeah, it's just... I don't see why Heroforge won't be able to introduce octopus heads. Look like Davy Jones from Pirates of the Caribbean. They've gone mainstream now. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But again, if because it's very RPG centric specifically, and D&D does have a very big stake in stuff like that, it's just sometimes easier to not pick that fight. Grizzle's gotten time here to vote. Yes, excellent. Glad you did. Glad you did. All right. New hype train. Ooh. Thank you so much for the hype train. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, as you know, whenever we hype train on these hero build streams, what we actually do is we will be telling a story at some point or another once we have a good concept. An RPG story for this character. So if you guys want to keep those hype trains coming, throw out those bits, the gift subs, the subs yourselves. Just basically do stuff, and you will of course get a very, very worthwhile story for the this particular villain, this particular character, whatever we make. So right now we are at level it's about to start. It hasn't started yet. There are 4 minutes on the clock. Thank you, Desmay, for the bits, and Aya Janasi as well. You guys, thank you so much. All the love and all the support is being felt. So thank you. Now, while we're waiting for the poll to go through, because I like to give a little bit more time for the poll to chew on during the larger streams. So while we're waiting for that, as you guys know, the purpose of this whole thing that we're doing is we want to really test out what Heroforge can do. But also, it's one of my only streams where I'm not, like, I guess, performing in my sessions. You know, I'm not focused on my players or anything like that. I'm focused on you guys. Well, unless I'm, like, in the zone, but you know what that's like. So if you guys have any questions about role-playing in general, if you have any concerns about what might be happening at your games, anything you'd like my thoughts on, feel free to throw them up in chat. This is a very casual, sit-down kind of chat and stream, so perfect opportunity for you guys to dig into my brain and find out what I think about things. Matt Brecker coming in with the 100 bits, just launching our hype train, which has left the station. So yeah, we are now at a level 1 hype train. So with our level 1 hype train, we are 80% through, which is awesome. And that will take us to our level 1 story. So yeah, keep at it, and we'll see if we get to a level 5. It becomes a pretty epic story. We did that for the werewolf, and it got real. It got really emotional. I don't know how or why, but it did. Kethra, welcome in. Kethra, I hope you are feeling a lot better. I noticed that you mentioned that you weren't feeling well during yesterday's session of Rhyme of the Frost Maiden, so I hope you're feeling better today. Thank you for gifting out a sub to the Quilled Cafe, and of course starting our level 2 hype train. So yay! Thank you so much. Oops, I'm late. Hi, Myth. Nope, you're not. You're just in time to vote. You have like a minute left if you're quick, to vote on what the villain is going to be for today. Lance, is that why Motley has such a close relationship with death? You pay closer attention to chat. Yeah, pretty much. AK, but that's me. I'm a mercenary. If I had to do something, I could monetize in multiple ways. I'd do it. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, a lot of people would. All right. Looks like the winner. Oh man, it was pretty close. It is very close. Very close. Still time. Whiskers have licensed to D&D minis. Yes, they do. They do, very much so. Balrog. Very well. We're going to be making a Balrog. Jesus. All right. Yeah, don't hold back, guys. All right. So a Balrog today. Whew. All right. So I guess with the Balrog, what we want to do is we want to start out with a species that's going to be Balrog-esque. And nothing says Balrog more in my mind than a Hobgoblin, right? Now, the Hobgoblins have a very unique kind of facial structure, which I associate very well with like that kind of demon-y kind of look. But now what we want to do is we want to create kind of like I guess we want to create a pose because we want to build haunches. We want to build a whole bunch of different things here. And that's going to really help. Wow, thank you so much. Io Janasi giving out 5 community subs. Absolutely smashing that second tier hype train. So yeah, by the way, if we get to level 5, we're going to be doing a full short story on a Balrog. So we are currently 43% through level 3 with 4.5 minutes on the clock. So yeah, let's see how far we can get. All right. I think with a Balrog, we need a pose that's going to be, yeah, like kind of like that. I know this doesn't look like much right now, right? But the wide combat stance, I'm imagining the backhand with the whip, forward hand with the sword. I think that's gonna be perfect. We are gonna supersize him. We are definitely gonna supersize him. So big old mini. All right, making this super big. 300 bits from Io Janasi, keeping the train alive at 57% from level 3. Guys, we are getting there. We are definitely getting there, and we may get the full arcing story today for our lovely Balrog. Oof. All right, man, Balrog. That's gonna be tough. I like the idea, but let's. I'm hoping that we're gonna be able to hold up. All right. Okay. So let's have a quick Google of like what is indicative of a Balrog. Oh, Matt Brecker coming in swinging hard with the 5 subs, absolutely destroying that level 3 hype train. We are now on to level 4, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. We are into our final 2 legs. If we get to, and we're 70% through level 4, guys. This short story the short story is going to happen. But let's see if we can complete it. That is 30% left on this level 4. Can we do it? Can we make it? All right, now we all know the Lord of the Rings Balrog, right? We all know the kind of very traditional, big horns, flaming fists, and stuff like that, right? What I maybe want to look at is what was the original Lord of the Rings Balrog like? Like that's the image that I remember from when people were talking about the Balrogs and stuff like that. It wasn't so much a creature. It was literally shadows enveloping in flame. So I think that's something that we need to look at. We need to look at like shadows enveloping in flame. Myth, thank you so much for donating that gifted sub. Thank you, of course, to Philly's Girl, who is now a subscriber. Guys, if you've just received a subscription from one of our many wonderful, supportive, and amazing community members, then please, as always, guys, enjoy every single one of those awesome emotes. Make full use of them. Be sure to unleash the hordes wherever you go. And of course, yeah, thank you for sticking around and checking us out. Odd Bandicoot, thank you so much for the 300 bits and for kicking us into that level 4. We are now on the last level, guys. Last level. Level 5. Wow. That is amazing. All right. We haven't even built the Balrog yet. All right. Level 5. Can we finish it? Will we get to the end of the story of this Balrog? Oh, that's a cool one. I like that picture. That picture is really nice. Okay. I think I'm getting a couple of really cool ideas here. Ire Genasi. Wow, Ire Genasi. Whoa. Okay. Thank you for these 600 bits. Kicking us into the 23% mark for the level 5 hype train. Definitely. What's Gothmog? Who's Gothmog? Is he a Balrog? Or is he the Balrog? Or is that his name? Oh, okay. Okay, Gothmog. The Balrog. Give me a goal and I just can't help myself. Yes, that's true. That's true. You know what? I'm only really glad that Australis and you haven't teamed up to try and drop an Elder Dragon on one of my tables. That's the only thing I'm kind of happy about. That's kind of cool. Oh, that is kind of cool. All right. Okay, I think I'm getting a good idea. So, ideally, I want to build that whole idea about the shadows, the things that are mixing around. I definitely believe that the wings should be, where are they? These ones? The kind of giant, fiery kind of wings. I think they're definitely on the mark here. Did he have a tail? Balrogs don't have tails. No, they don't have tails. They can't have tails. No way. Do they? They do. They do have tails. Yeah, they absolutely have tails. So that kind of looks like a lizard tail, like a serpent tail. So let's look at making maybe. Let's just look at a couple of them. I kind of like that one. I do dig that. Yeah, I think just the texture of that, of those like ridges, really do help out. And then what I'll do is I'll also add in, let's see. I will also add in. I'm sure there's a body with spines or something. Is that extra? Yeah, there we go. I'll also add in the spines on the back as well, I think. Yeah, that'll be cool. That'll be cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 2 minutes left on the clock and 33% through as Kethra brings us in with the 300 bits. We're almost there. Very, very close. 70% remaining for the final tier. Final tier of our hype train. Ire Genasi busting up another gifted sub to JH Park. Thank you so much. We are at 50%. We're so close. So close. All right. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of hooves on these Balrogs. So I'm definitely leaning towards the hoof. So let's hoof these guys up. There we go. I think that's a good one there. Hello, McBluff. Welcome back. Welcome back. Okay, yeah, I like that. I like that. All right. So we've got a good pose here. I think I dig. Waiting for them to get up a little closer. Oh, that is devious. All right, 1 minute left on the clock. Kethra. Oh, Kethra, you've taken us with another gifted sub to 67%. Man, I'm getting excited. Why am I so excited about this? Why does it feel like I'm gambling? I'm not. I'm just like, oh, it's 60%. Can we make it? Can we do it? All right. Let's, there we go. I love that. All right, 70%. Another 30%. We've made it. Odd Bandicoot coming in with the 200 biddies. Let's see if we can get there. 12 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, that is the end of the hype train. We got to level 4, which is still freaking impressive. Thank you so much to everyone for the 15 gifted subs and 2,500 bits. You guys, your support is really... I can't express enough how much your support means to me. Like, honestly, it's one of the things that allow me to very genuinely not only explore this game, which I love with all my being, right? But it allows me the ability to continue to make content like this and to do stuff where I get to hang out with some amazing people like yourselves and get to know you, your stories. You know, it's amazing. So thank you everyone for that. It's yeah, you guys are so nice. And yes, A, you want to tell a story. B, your ego is soothed by the love of the hype train. Yes, it is. Thank you, Lance. All right. Now, Balrog doesn't have any pants. So I guess we shouldn't give him pants. I guess we should leave him thusly. Okay, so let's give him... I wish I could define his muscles a bit more. Can I... Alright, so I think I need to... Okay, so you can see how his body's like twisted in the middle here. I think in order to counter that, I have to jut out the belly, but you can see the belly's doing weird things here. So what we need to do is go into poses and we'll adjust the curve ever so slightly. And we'll open that chest up a bit. And then what we'll do is we will lower the head a teeny bit. Okay, yeah, I think that kind of works. I think that works out quite well. All right, cool. All right, we have our base. I think, yeah, I think that's gonna be good for the base. You've finally made it back to Baton Rouge. Excellent. I'm glad that you made it home safely. Yeah, just in time for Thanksgiving. So that'd be awesome. That's awesome. Not really. I like help and reading. Yay! Oh well, that does help. That does help. It helps, and I love reading. I love enjoying this. Love enjoying a nice, safe, and supportive space, and lands. Supportive space and lands. This program is pretty wild. Oh man, it's amazing what you can do. Absolutely. Okay, so there are a lot of bovine skeletal features that are a part of a good Balrog. So, I mean, we could look at having a skull and then, like, building fire over the head. Alternatively, we could look at that, but I feel like that would lean towards more of a dragon than a Balrog, you know what I mean? So I guess my thoughts are, what face maketh a Balrog? Do we use the orcish face, the goblinoid face, or the skull face? What do you think? The alien face? Let's have a look at the alien face. The alien face is this one here. I don't no, I don't know. It's that lip thing. And I think between that one and the goblin one, I'd prefer the goblin one. That one's not bad, but I think the longer features are a little bit more pronounced. You know what I mean? Like they look a little bit more. It looks a bit dainty, if that makes sense. So what do we think? Skeleton, goblin, or orc? Skeleton, goblin, or orc? Let's do a poll. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna poll this. New poll. Face. Skeleton. Goblin. Orc. Skeleton, goblin, orc. Alright, 2 minutes on the clock. Bam! There it is. Yes, I can show the skeleton again. There we go. So that is the skeleton. Now, keeping in mind, we will change the ears and the hair and stuff like that. Robot face? Let's have a look at the robot face. Just real quick. No, I think the robot face is too smooth. You definitely need those ridges, I think. So, skeleton, goblin, orc. Skeleton, goblin, orc. Lots of votes for the goblin. Yeah, like I said, we'll also be playing around with it, so that we won't necessarily have like all of the stuff there. Let's have another quick look at the Balrog here. Do you have ears? Is the next question that I had. You don't really have ears. You kind of meld the horn into the side of your head. Okay. Between the goblin and the orc, yeah. Let's I'm gonna add some horns just while we're chatting. These are definitely the horns, right? Yeah, those are definitely it. Let's just make them nice and there we go. Goblin. Goblin it is. All right. All right. Look at that. I think that's all right. I think I like the do we like well, I mean, question, do we like the horns? Do we like the horns? that's a cool one. I like that one. All right. Nice. There we go. All right. So we got some cool stuff happening there. We will go. Well, like I said, we'll go back and we'll be moving stuff around. I just feel like if we're going to be doing the pose for a Balrog, we need to have these things incorporated into it so we can see what's going to happen. I can already tell what's going to happen, and that is this model is going to cost me an arm and a leg because this is like a freaking massive model. All right, so let's have a quick read, catch up on some chat. The lone skeleton vote. All right, let's see. McGluff, you signed up for a Ravenloft. I'm just hoping that I maintain the appropriate level of horror and constant terror. Oh, I absolutely will. Absolutely will. Took me a while before I started traveling. Yeah, you know what? Travel is one of those things, you know, like I'm not a big traveler myself, but I enjoyed it when I went. I don't know. It'd be hard for me to focus on figuring out where I'd like to go and try to plan stuff. It's one of those things. Hey, Lou Boffin's in the house. Thank you so much for coming in. Yeah, no, this is coming again really, really nicely. Do I buy every model I make? No. I can't afford that. But thankfully, Heroforge sponsors this particular show. And it's a community build. While I decide obviously what the end result is going to look like, I don't build them. If you want to know how big this mini is going to be, give me 2 seconds. I will give you a rough estimate. So now, don't be too disappointed. And I only say this because I'm kind of a practical person here. So let me get you into nice close-up here. Okay, so this is Malvolo, my standard human. He is an average-sized Heroforge mini, so this is roughly the height that you would get. To give you an idea, actually, this is another good example. So I have a D20 there. So that's a good height comparison. Now, when I did a video on like breaking Heroforge, like trying to actually make something that'll like cause them to lose sleep, I made the biggest mini that I could. So this is my character, Jormungandr, who is a Dragonborn Chaos Paladin. So he's on the biggest base, and he's as tall as you can be, and he's got like the chains that kind of come around there. So that compared to a D20, let me just get you guys just on the right angle there. So that is roughly the difference from what we're going to be making. So that's how tall it'll be roughly, obviously with wings, versus an average sized mini, and versus how big a D20 is. So it's actually decently big, right? It's not a small thing. Now let me give you another comparison here. Because I want to show you guys how Wingspan works. Hey, Quincy! What's up, my dude? We are just making some Heroforge minis and talking about what we're doing. We're creating a Balrog, actually. So basically this is the size of the minis you're looking at getting. So we got our D20 here. This is the tallest our mini can get, but this is kind of like what we're looking at when we add Wingspan. So what we're going to be doing, and here's another example of the Wingspan here, right, is what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding that Wingspan to a mini that big. So that's going to be interesting. That's going to be definitely something to see. Thank you so much, Myth, for gifting out a sub to Quincy. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you do not know who the amazing Quincy from Quincy's Tavern is, please go and check out Quincy's Tavern on Twitch and on TikTok and on Instagram and all of the cool things, because he is one of the most creative and wholesome individuals I've ever had the pleasure of playing with. More importantly, if you are a fan of my channel, then you love the idea of food, because I love food. And some of the stuff that is made over on Quincy's Tavern is just, oh my god, like, so tasty. I'm drooling, I'm salivating just thinking about it. Alright, so to the new people who have just joined our chat, we are making our Heroforge mini a villain to have printed out once we have finished making it, and it's a community build, so you guys have decided what we're making, and we are making a Balrog. So we are basically busting out our Lord of the Rings theories and lore and making this big old beast. So now we know how big they are. You know, like I said, don't expect the big old mini thing. But I will tell you this. As always, we're going to be releasing the share file for this. And if you buy the STL, that is to say you can buy the actual file to 3D print, you could 3D print this however big you want, you know, so there you go. You need to share what you got at a restaurant today? Man. Food. Food is the way to my heart. Alright. So where are we at? Now, we have created... Jesus, are you so big that I can't actually zoom down? Jesus. Okay, there we go. Thank you. No, I can't. Every time I turn, it tries to autocorrect me. That's fine. Alright. So we've got our Balrog. I like the horns, I love the expressions, I love the body, and I love the posture. So we've added like little flames, as you can see, over the top here and over the sword. So what we need to do now is look at colorations, right? The colorations are super important because we want to create, because Balrogs traditionally were birthed from shadow and fire. That was the phrase for it. So we want to create that sensation of shadow and fire. Fire, nice and easy. You want to look at all the extremities, and that's kind of where you want to start with for fire. So we have our flames that you can kind of see there. We can just start popping these in, getting those nice fiery colors. Now, keeping in mind, as you build fire, or when you build fire, you want to look at having the darker colors at the edge traditionally, right? But because we're working on a Balrog, we're going to have the colors go from a light place to a dark place. And that, I think, is going to really make that kind of pop, you know what I mean? Back to lurking for me while I work. No worries, Lou. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, as well, if you have a chance to, a fantastic performer from South Australia, Lou Boffin, does amazing work with her partner, Jared. Jared? I hope it was Jared. Oh my god. I have now committed to that. And if you haven't, if your partner's name is not Jared, you must immediately go out and find someone named Jared so that I can be right and save on the embarrassment of that. So yes, please go check them out. They do a bunch of really, really cool game streams. They did, I want to say they did, I think it was Baldur's Gate, like very recently, or, yes, it is Jared. I think they did Baldur's Gate and, Subnautica, and they've done a bunch of really, really cool games here and there. So yeah, go check them out. Go check them out. Alright, so we've started building that. Now we need to build the shadows. Now for shadow, I love the idea of tar. That tar color with that little brown highlight for me, has always really stood out quite nicely for anything that you're kind of, you're doing with the body. So we will be moving through there, and then under the chin. Okay. So we've got like kind of those dark colorations. Now kind of what we want to look at doing is adjusting those little bits of the goblin that we still have left, right? Because ultimately, we don't necessarily want that hair. Because we maybe want to look at fire. And those ears could actually serve, in a way, to add more fire to the mixture here. We definitely do not want sideburns. Eyebrows. Do the Balrogs have eyebrows? I don't think they do. They don't really. No real eyebrows there. Not that I can see. So let's get rid of those eyebrows. Alright. Then what we can start doing here is we will color in these horns. Let's give them let's give them just a generic black bone color here. Now, with horns like this, you generally have an inlay and an outlay. It is always a good idea to use whatever textures that you have. So if you're coloring bone, go with bone. If you're coloring leathers, go with the leather texture. Whatever it is, usually a good idea. Sometimes, however, feel free to muck about with it, like I did with the horn here. On the outside, I used a glossy black, and on the inside, I used the bone, just to make it kind of stand out a little bit. All right. Now you can see, because we've colored it, that the horns are kind of sticking out a little. So let's move the horns ever so slightly. Maybe reduce their size a teeny bit. Or at the very least, let's unlink and move that horn just a tiny bit, so that the hair, that way we can color the hair without interfering with the horn. It does mean that it will be off center a little bit, but no one's really going to notice that. BTOYNMC Yo-Yo, my dude, welcome in. Welcome in. I hope that you are having a fantastic and splendorous day. We are building a community Balrog, because we are making Heroforge minis, and that's what we do here. We during the week I run a whole bunch of D&D games and RPG stuff, and yeah, when we get a chance to, on Wednesdays, we sit around and we make Heroforge minis. All right, okay, so that's looking pretty tight. So as you know, as I said, we're going to be looking at making, unlike the flames of how you normally do fire, with the lighter colors being at the bottom, because a Balrog is a creature of, as I described, fire and shadow, we want to have the Balrog, we want to have our Balrog with those kind of darker colors down the bottom. Ooh, that's nice. I like what happened there. Oh, look at that. That's rad. I like that. Alright, so these are looking good. Alright, that's looking really nice. It's looking really nice. Alright, now let's see if we can add to that a little. Get more of that tar out. All right. Use a hidden hand for breathing fire. Yeah, we can totally do that. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. Okay. For now, let's just wrap this up with... Now, why are we using brown? Because, as you can see with the Balrog coloration that we've used, being tar in color, It is both a black with a higher ground of brown there, which means that having a brown blade has it stand out a lot nicer than if we were to use a just a straight black or a silver. Okay. We're gonna go with that reddish color just for now, but we may change that. We may change that. We'll see. All right, so having a look at the Balrog here. What do we feel? What's our overall vibe? Are we liking where this is going? Do we add more stuff? Do we add in body tattoos and decals? Because we can do some pretty rad stuff. Like we can add in tattoos on his body, which I think with the dark coloration of the skin stands out like super nice. We can also add like body wounds, which I think could make him look more vicious. We can also add in, what was I going to add in? We could also even look at adding in a helmet as well, if we want to look at getting more stuff attached to him. So if we look at his head, we could add in something like that, for example. Add in the spikes. You know, it cuts back on the flame for the hair, but at the same time, I don't think it loses out that much on it. What else was there? Yeah, some of these helmets look really cool. Where's the Loki ones? Yeah, some of these helmets are just amazing looking. But yeah. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Should we add more stuff? Should we take it easy? How do you feel? Yes, with the decals, hidden fire. I like the feel. The yellow mouth might be a bit too out there. Okay. So maybe we'll look at toning down the mouth a little bit. Have you tried making the chain look translucent or the flame look like molten metal? Not yet. We will have an opportunity to go back and look at like using some of the translucents. Usually, I like to try and figure out the translucents once we have the whole picture. More in terms of like the design and how he stands and how he is at the moment. If there's anything that you guys think could work differently, let me know. We'll fiddle around with it. A wild microbiologist has appeared. Yay! Also, a very special welcome to Hellhounds20. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Hey, what's up, Haunted Miniatures? Welcome in. Ooh, actually, you know what? I don't hate that. What do you guys think of that? At work, there's no sound, but still love your face. I love your face. What do you think of the Centurion helmet? What do you think of the Centurion helm? Do we like the Centurion helm? I like the Centurion helm. Not a fan of the helmet? Characters looking cool, Dead Aussie. Have a nice day. See you around. Thank you so much for stopping by, Odd Bandicoot. We will see you around. Have a wonderful evening, whatever time it happens to be. And I hope that the next time we see one another, that you are in equally good spirits. Journey safe, my friend. Dead Aussie gave a question. Would you have some time next month to give a friend and I a tour of Malifaux 3E Tabletop Simulator? Yeah, of course. Hit me up on Discord. You know how to find me, dude. You know how to find me. You didn't have to wait till I'm on a stream to ask me. I'll do that anytime. What's happened to his teeth? Is that just me? Oh, no, I see what's happened. So the orc teeth have kind of come out here. It's kind of given him a kind of a hillbilly look because of the clipping. Oh, gosh darn it. Yeah, okay. Heavy elven armor helmet. Okay, let's try that one. Heavy elven armor. Heavy elven armor. Paladins. Oh, that's what this is. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Looks like a local. Joe Bob. Joe Bob Balrog. Ooh, what if we... I just want to try something real quick. I don't know. This is yeah, it is worth a try. Everything's worth a try. Everything is worth a try. 100%. Oh. No, I think it loses a lot of its menace. I think I'm being outnumbered here, and I agree. I think that is just way more intimidating. Absolutely, absolutely. All right. Okay, I think we've got a good vibe here. Let's now play around with some poses. Now, if we are gonna go broke, we should go for broke. So there is the base. This is like one of the big bases. So what we can do here is have those wings cutting back, which I think is really nice. Have that tail maybe elevated a little. So what I want to do is I want to take out some of that kink there. The reason being is I think the lizards have that kind of kink, but I don't see something as big and as heavy as a Balrog with a, massive kink in their tail like that. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm being pedantic, but that's just how I feel. Back to the top. Beautiful. Yeah, I think that is much better. Yeah, I think that's way better. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's keep moving. Give him a badge. Yeah, good joke. Let's see. Sounds like dueling banjos for Deliverance vibes. Yeah, Deliverance vibes. Look, I like Deliverance. Deliverance was good. I like simple. Too much can obscure the drama. 100%. I completely agree. feel like I'm gonna get an email from Heroforge like, Michael, what are you doing? Why do you do this to us? Do you hate us? Do we not give you enough stuff? Do we not allow you to run your stream and do things? Why are you trying to give us no sleep every time we get your emails? What's wrong with you? All right. So I'm digging the Balrog. I'm digging where we're at. I think I'll maybe spread out the wings a teeny bit. Yeah, I think that's good. Let's have a look at those horns. That horn is what's gumming me up a bit. All right. Maybe there. That'll do. Yeah, that's all right. No, that's good. That's good. That's good. All right. Did you get emails from Heroforge? Please show me. No, I'm not going to show you my emails from Heroforge. And yes, I do. Actually, the person I talked to in Heroforge, and if you do watch this, by the way, I appreciate every single conversation we have, is a very, very friendly, kind, and lovely person. And look, I'm going to be honest with you guys. One of the reasons I'm a big supporter of this isn't just because they support my channel, but because Heroforge, and while I'm saying this, I'm going to remember that there's a Heroforge sale on right now. The reason why I support Heroforge is because not only do they support my channel, but they support a bunch of channels. They have a bunch of hands in a lot of different charity works, a lot of things that have been really pushing the RPG communities in a lot of positive ways. And most importantly, they and their business values are very in tune with mine. They're all about supporting people. They're all about wellness, mental health, good gameplay, happy gameplay, you know, for everyone. And that for me just speaks volumes of not only the people I want to work with, the companies I support, but also, like, as Heroforge is one of my biggest ones, it is because my interactions with them have always been of the highest quality that I want to represent as a content creator, as well as them. So that is, that is literally it. That is 100% why I support Heroforge. Like, literally, I've been offered money to support companies that I don't, like, I either don't believe in, or I am not, like, it is not my mission statement. It's not my, like, my big thing to be able to, like, support this. Like everyone knows, okay, I'm a huge fan of Dungeon Fog, right? Like, I love Dungeon Fog. Everyone knows that I don't do my own map making, which is, yeah, okay, fair enough. It's my own fault, and I get this. And everyone knows how much I love World Anvil, and they know how much I support and love World Anvil. But again, I don't write all my world building stuff down. Because I don't support these, because I don't do these things doesn't mean I don't support them. But for me to put something on my channel and to actually really, really focus on it, it's because it is inherently so much a part of what I do that I want people to see it. That being said, go subscribe to World Anvil and go subscribe to Dungeon Fog. They're not only really good friends of mine, but in the same way, they are just wonderful people, and they will always have a place on my channel, anytime, anywhere. And I'm ashamed that I don't have more content for their materials on my channel, and that's just because I'm a terrible friend. That's all that comes down to. All right, spend much time on Heroforge, learning so much by watching you. Oh, thank you. I hope so. That was one of my big things that I wanted to do, is I wanted people to learn a couple of my techniques from watching me here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I think we are coming up on story time. I do not like that. Whatever I just did, it was not good. There we go. Yes. Cool. That looks like a good choice. All right. So strap yourselves in, ladies and gentlemen, as we are going to delve into the Dead Aussie Gamers story mode. thanks to our level 4 hype train from before, we are going to dig deep, and we're going to create a short story featuring, of course, the dreaded and infamous Balrog. All right. The streams are a very safe space. One of the things I want to cultivate, and here's the thing, right? Like, I am a big believer that RPGs should be a safe space where people can express their love of the game without prejudice and without criticism. And that is it. The only criticisms should be warranted, or should be like I said, when I say warranted, I mean they should be like wanted. Like, you know, I want to improve my blah 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 blah. How do I do it? You know, like, yes, if people are asking you about your, you know, about like how to get better and how to do things, yes, constructive criticism is always welcome. But you know, I just want everyone to enjoy everything that is involved with role-playing and adventures and gaming and stuff like that. Yeah, 100%. All right. Okay, let's share our Balrog story. Now, pretty much we're almost done here, but a couple things that I don't like. I don't like the flaming sword effects, and I don't like the weapons. The weapons are bugging me at the moment. They're not quite done, so we will come back and we will fix those a little bit. I was thinking about the yellow on the teeth, which was mentioned, like, you know, might not look okay, but honestly, I think they were right, and I think that is probably going to be the better bet there. But if you disagree, let me know. Let me know. All right. Excellent. Good. All right. Let's create our story, and obviously, with any good story, let's set a mood, shall we? No worries, microbiologist. Have a wonderful day at work. Be awesome. Be yourself. You are an incredible human being. All right. Here we go. Let's set our vibe. Something inspiring. I need a oh, okay, here we go. There we go. Okay. Let's see. How's this? Come on. Give me the thing I want. It's just loading up. Is this good? Nope, can't hear anything. Am I wearing the wrong thing? That's all right. How about this one? Ooh, yeah, that's it. That's the stuff. Okay, here we go. So. Level 1. Deep beneath the Earth's crust, the sounds of large footsteps coming from what appear to be these quite heavy and powerful stone wagons roll through the interior of a dwarven cave. Several rams bleat as they move at the front of these wagons, pulling behind their precious cargo of heavy metals and rare minerals. The rams themselves stand about the size of a horse, maybe a little larger, with horns, vicious and nasty, that are protruding from their skulls like war helmets facing forward, while their eyes, covered by what looks to be these very heavy matted bangs, block their vision. Their way is guided by two very happy-looking dwarves. Oh, can you believe it? A rare mineral ore that was found only but a short way away from the mining company's own wee caves there. Dugan, I think we finally made it. Dugan, a young lad with no hair atop his head but a large and bushy beard, turns to his friend Boltar and says, "Oh, hi, Boltar. Who would have thought your crazy idea to start digging off in the forbidden part of the tunnels would have finally paid off?" Yeah, not to be true, to be sure. I knew, I had it in me guts that this was exactly where we needed to dig. And who would have thunk it? Look at these, Boltar. No, I'm Boltar. Look at these, Dugan. Gemstones the size of your fists. Boltar holds up what looks to be a sapphire, a large and very, very beautiful gemstone that shines, kind of glowing and creating this scintillating array of blue washes that cover the chasm as trickles of light from the hanging lanterns above the pathway pass by this glorious gem. All of a sudden, the rams seem uneasy. They start to buck, and they start to pull against the reins. Whoa, 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 whoa! Dugan grabs hold of the reins before he loses control. Oh, well, that's a bit strange. I wonder what the rams have all spooked. Yes. They both jump from their wagons and run to the front of where the rams are. It seems as though they do not wish to move forward. They grab on and they... Oh, come on, you stubborn beast! Get going! Oh, I don't know, Boltar. I think we may need to turn around. Balderdash, we don't need to turn around. If the rams won't come, then we'll take the wagon ourselves. We'll take the wagon ourselves. I mean, it's still a fair way before we reach the outpost. Aye, but would you rather go and find someone to split this with for having taken us up the hill rather than helping us mine? Well, I suppose not. They unhitch the two rams and put them off to one side. Grabbing one of the struts at the front of the wagon each, they begin to heave and pull. Their dwarven muscular frames are built for carrying heavy weights, and with their low center of gravity, they, with a bit of strain, start the wagon rolling. Suddenly, from beneath, there is a very large, ominous, and low rumble. Did you hear that? I didn't hear anything. Keep moving and keep carrying your weight. The two figures continue to move until eventually they come to what looks to be a bridge. The bridge ripped asunder and torn out. Oh, curse damns it and blast it all! Well, we can't go this way. I mean, look, I think we just need we need to suck it up and actually go and get some help. No, I'll be damned if I'm sharing my load with anyone. He looks around. There, you see, between the cracks. We can make our way down that way. Looking at the very narrow passageway, Dugan is uncertain, but decides to go along anyway. All right, if you insist. They begin to pull the wagon as it scrapes along both sides of the tunnel leading ahead. Alright. From here, we then go to level 2. As our dwarven companions make their way, pulling, tugging, and eventually snapping into place the wagon as it pulls out and into what looks to be a cavern beyond the crevice, our heroes can see a part of the cave that they had never approached before. A large catacomb that leads into a pit, as if once upon a time, a long, long time ago, dwarves had made their way to this area of the cavern and dug deep into the mines. Boltar, what do you think this is? Ah, well, it looks like someone else is aware of our secret little mining operation. No matter. I've got a wee plan for them. He moves over to the edge of the crevice and looks over. Sure enough, there's an old winch that stands there with cables that run down. Boltar takes out his axe and swings it at the structure, at the mechanism. Every single blow sending splinters of wood flying in different directions. Boltar, what are you doing? Making sure that no one can mine this reserve until we're back. But what if someone's down there? Aye, that's what I'm hoping. With a hesitant gaze, Dugan looks over as Boltar continues his work, each slash taking out more and more of the mechanism until finally the sound of snapping cables can be heard and the distant hum as something falls into the crevice below. Oh, I don't know. I think maybe we should get moving before someone finds us. Ah, no one's gonna find us. Look, the state of it all. I'd be surprised if anyone was still down here. And that is when he sees it. The bones of a dwarf clutching onto what looks to be a brilliant and basically just this shimmering gemstone. A multifaceted geode that seems to exude an aurora of color. Dugan, do you see that? See what? Oh, bless me heart, he says as he looks over at the corpse. Do you see what he's got? Oh, I reckon that'll fetch a pretty price back at town. No, you can't be disturbing the dead now. I draw me a line at that. You can't be disturbing the dead. Look at the way he grips at it. Aye. But, flesh and bones hold on to nothing but bad memories. Which means that gemstone is mine. Boltar moves over and grabs hold of the gem. With a swift yank, he pulls apart the finger bones that clutch onto the stone that fall clattering to the ground. As soon as that happens, once again, the room shakes and trembles with stones and bits of dust that fall down from the ceiling. And that is when he looks up. As he does so, he sees the reverse images of dwarves in scenes of death and agony plastered onto the ceiling, almost as if someone had burnt them there, silhouetted as ash and soot cover the entire expanse of the ceiling. Dugan begins to immediately mumble a prayer to the god of the dwarves. Quit your superstitious banter! These are just markings, warnings, telling us that the treasure that they found is theirs. But I'm not about to fall for that trick. No, sir. I bet there's more of these gems. I bet there is. Down there. We enter our stage 3 hype train as We return to the scene as Boltar straps himself to the side of the large and open pit. Dugan, who seems to be holding very nervously onto the end of the ropes, begins to lower Boltar down. Right, keep her steady, keep her steady. We'll see what's at the bottom of this pit here. And if there's more of these gemstones, oh, we're going to be rich, Dugan. We are going to be absolutely rolling in it. Dugan remains nervous and trepidatious. Boltar, we've got enough money. We don't need any more. But by now, Boltar has already made his way into the darkness. Looking down, the pit seems to go on for ages. 5 minutes. 10 minutes. 15 minutes go past, and no sign of the ground itself. After a half an hour of descent, all of a sudden Boltar stops, suddenly tugged by the rope. The rope has reached its end. He can no longer see above him. He can no longer look below him. He knows that the rope cannot go any further. It has to be just there. It has to be. He takes out his pick from his side and slams it into the side of the wall. He then takes out a knife and cuts the rope before descending down into the dark. As the rope goes loose up on the top, Dugan begins to go, "Oh no, oh no, oh no!" And he rolls it up, reeling in the cable as fast as he can, until eventually he reaches the end of the rope. He yells out, "Boltar! Boltar!" But there is no response. Climbing down into the descent of darkness, Boltar reaches the ground at last, his arms aching and sore from hanging by the cliff. As he lands, there's a smile that creeps across his face. Yes! I knew it! All right, now where the bloody hell is this? Looking around, the cavern itself appears to be littered, absolutely littered, with chunks of charcoal. He reaches down and begins to dust away, trying to find fingerprints, but finds that his hands and legs become stained in this blackened soot. Then further up ahead he sees it, a glowing light, an ember burning in the dark. He draws out a blade. Oh, that's right. Your treasure now is Boltar's treasure. And begins to make his way into the cavern. The light slowly getting larger and larger. As it does so, he eventually comes to what looks to be a pool of glowing hot magma that seems to coalesce at the base of this pool, and in its center an island where an aurora seems to glow. Once again, this beautiful array of colors seems to emanate from this gemstone, but this gemstone's much, much bigger, shaped, almost polished and carved into that of a skull. Oh, faith have mercy. He looks around as how he's going to get across. He reaches into his pouch and takes out the remaining rope that he has, ties it to the pick, and swings it into the air. With a satisfying crack, it hits and strikes into a stalactite that is stuck into the ceiling. He gives it a few sharp tugs to ensure that it's stable, before taking a running leap over the boiling hot rock that burns below him. The bottom of his feet begin to singe and burn, but he holds on for dear life as the swing causes him to land on the island. Yes! Ah ha 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 ha! Ain't no stopping Boltar, the brave! As he lands on the island, he looks at the treasure, a humanoid skull made of crystal. He reaches out and touches it and says, Yes, no. If I know my luck, he'll be magic as well. He gets a cloth out of his bag and begins to wrap it. However, as this happens, the sound of fire suddenly ignites from all around. As the fire begins to rise, the earth begins to tremble and shake. As it does so, you watch as a huge figure starts to rise up. As the ground continues to tremble, he holds on to it, his weapon still drawn, ready to face off against anything that might come up against him. And that is when he sees it. These large horns rising from the lava. Fire ignited like a furnace atop its head. As this skull-like face, dripping with rock, rises up. Its broad shoulders wider than the island that Boltar stands on. And that is when he looks and realizes the skull on the island bears a very, very familiar visage. It is the same skull as the type of creature that stands before him. A being of fire and shadow. Large, flaming wings stretched outwards, still dripping as it wafts and splatters this molten rock against the walls. From its lips drips more of this lava and sizzles on the ground into Boltar. His hair immediately starts to go white in color. The top of his hair, his head, luscious locks begin to fall in small patches to the ground, burning from the heat of the atmosphere itself as he trembles, holding onto his sword. His large, very now blocking. Boltar does the one thing. Bends a knee. Starts to cry. Back into the heart of the cavern, by the winch leading down into the pit, Dugan is pacing back and forth next to the series of supplies that he still has, filled with treasures and the like. Oh no! He should have been back by now. And what was I supposed to do? I can't go down with him. Maybe I can. Oh, I should get help. I should. But what if he comes back? Oh, he'll be fierce mad. He would be if I left him down there. Oh, At that point, a flaming light can be seen at the bottom of the pit. Oh, Boltar! Boltar! Dugan cries out. Oh, I hear you. I see you. Don't worry. I'll get you. I'll get you. Don't worry. He reaches into his pouch and begins to tie in several very, very large lengths of rope and places it down into the pit. He sees the light at the bottom. Go on now! Grab on! I'll pull you up! The flame gets larger, and as it does, a huge claw reaches up from the pit. Dugan looks around him at his flesh-colored cage and goes, "Huh?" And Dugan is pulled violently into the pit, disappearing into the darkness as the flames dissipate. Down in the pit, the Balrog holds in his hand a small gemstone that glows with an aurora. He walks over to the island with the charred skeleton of a dwarf on its knees, standing before a large altar with the crystal skull now back in place. He takes the gem and places it where one of the tusks in the skull might have once have been seated. The large creature stands back to admire its work, and then begins to sink back down into the flames and disappears. And that is our level 4 Hype Train short story regarding the, or featuring, of course, our villainous Balrog. What'd you guys think? Did you guys have fun? I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please feel free to say if you didn't. That's okay. I'm fine. Boom. There we go. All right. Let's see. Too good. Yay. Okay. Glad you guys liked it. That's awesome. Yay. All right. So without any further ado, are there any last suggestions? Because, like I said, I'm not a fan of the weapons. I don't think that they're good. I need to highlight these. Yes. Yeah. Yep. I will. I've got to highlight them one day. I keep running out of time. All right. Maybe. Maybe I can make the floor lava. That'd be kind of cool. Okay, need more flames on that whip. Yeah, I do, but I don't think there's any more flames that you can add to the whip, unfortunately. Like, that's the biggest flame you can add. Oh, maybe these are... Oh, no, there we go. Okay. These are the big flames. Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, that's a little bit better. Very nice dark story. Thank you so much. Yay. Hooray. Okay, yes. Okay. Maybe I also need to change that sword. Let's see. What are some other good swords here? I mean, the skulls are scary, but you know what I mean? Like, you can... There's always nastier looking swords. That's too small. Definitely want a big sword. Ooh, that's a nice one. I think that's a good one. Yeah, a lot of these swords are really nice. I think I'll go with this one, unless people wish to protest, which you may. You may protest. Please protest. I like protests. I like that one the best so far. Did you add the decals already? No, I haven't added the decals yet. I will add the decals in a moment. And then we'll have a look at the transparent plastics. Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm liking that. Yeah, okay, I think that's overcome my reserves about the weapons. I think I'm happy with that. No, definitely orange. I don't know why the blue fires. I don't know what the blue fire is supposed to be. I think that's gas fire, maybe. Yeah, don't know what it's supposed to be, but I'm definitely not using it. Okay, let's see. Decals. Let's start with the fuss. What decals shall we use? As cool as war paint would be, I think war paint might be too much. If you guys wish to disagree with me, you may. But what I'm thinking is maybe some scars. Just for definition. I love how many eye scars there are. Because everyone needs a good eye scar. Oh, that's a good one. I like that one. And then there was another one across the bridge of the nose, I think. That was that one. All right. I think that's really cool. Scratches and scars if the fire's burning through. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a good one. That's a gas one. Okay, yeah. Makes sense. All right. I think we got the hair decals done. We got the sword. Don't need the sword or the whip. All right. Let's see. Let's just browse around in the decals here. That's cool. I like that one, but that's not the one I'm chasing for the Balrog. Oh, that's a good one. I do like that one. Because what we can do here is we can add in There we go. We can add that in. That's rad. I like that. That's really cool. Even I have an eye scar right through my eyebrow. Everyone needs an eye scar. Yep, everyone does. I don't mind that one. That's all right. So I'm going to call this one. So we're going to do votes on the tribal scar. So let me know if you like this one. This is the what's it called? It's called the Sigil Body War Paint. So Sigil Body War Paint. Let me know if you like that one. Claw marks. Yeah, I don't mind the claw marks. That's a good one. That's a Skeletal Body War Paint. What else do we have? Ooh, actually, you know what? These could be really cool for like those kind of like added effects. So we could add in. Yeah, I like that. That's actually really smart. I like that idea. So let's add in a couple of bruises and then turn the bruises into like little gaps in the color. See what I mean? I think that's really cool. I dig that. I think that looks really nice. And then let's look at the legs. Them legs, yo. No, I don't think so. Yeah, gave it some thought. Looks like it's smoldering from the inside. Yeah, I agree. And I think that makes it look awesome. All right. Ooh, I think we might have a winner. All right. All right, how do we feel? How do we feel about this? I'm thinking it's feeling pretty good. Oh, I think I like the yellow eyes. Yeah, I'm thinking I like the yellow eyes. Gotta run, gotta handle some tech stuff, but thank you so much. Aw, thanks, dude. Art House Studios, ladies and gentlemen, please be sure to go and check them out. A wonderful, wonderful performer with nothing but good vibes and a freaking awesome group of amazing performers. And you can tell them I said that. They are an amazing group. They are so much fun to watch, dude. And yeah, definitely go check them out. Send some love. Send some love. Because that's what it's all about. It's all about love, man. All right. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I was really kind of like up in the air about the Balrog, right? Like, I mean, it's a Balrog, right? There are hundreds of Balrog minis out there and stuff like that. And I'm like, what could I do on Heroforge that really couldn't be done anywhere else? And you know what? Gosh darn it, we actually ended up with something that I think came out like super nice. Like I definitely feel as though this came out like really very much as a can I mirror you? Is that an option? No, I can't mirror that. Yeah, I think this actually came out like as like pretty damn like unique as well. Like it's not like something I would go and buy somewhere, and it could absolutely be. I mean, look, I'm not gonna lie. This is probably gonna end up being a quote unquote fire demon, rather than a Balrog on my table because, well, let's be frank, he's gonna be too small. But I think nonetheless it has come out as a really terrifying villain, and he's probably it's straight up a great way to have ended the season finale with something that is so classic to the D&D space that has just such a nice fresh look on it. All right. Last thing we're going to do is we are going to check out transparent plastic. Yay! All right, let's see what happens when we make all that burning colors transparent. All right. As cool as transparent is, I think I definitely don't think that the transparent is going to add a great deal to the coloration. There we go. Yeah, I don't think it'll add a great deal to the coloration. I think the colors need to be vivid and bold. Yeah, I definitely don't think anything needs to be transparent here. Yeah, no, it is the season finale. This is the last of our minis. All right, now I'm gonna save this one. This is now our Balrog, which is fucking amazing. But we are, before we move on from today, we are gonna go and check out and revise our snake person. so that he is ready for today. And this will give you guys, because I had to abruptly end the stream last time. So do let us know if there is something you would like me to change or adjust from from this model as well, so that I can do so before we get our last things in. Alright, is there anything that you guys would like me to change? I think I could probably move the smoke trails around a little bit. So where are they? Smoke trails, here we go. Maybe I don't need two of them. Maybe I don't need two of them. Damn stupid snake tail. It's everywhere. Okay. Okay, that's a good one. And my second one. Okay, so one of the things we're doing here, just so you know, is we are moving that into base contact with the tail here, so that it will give it more structure and stop it potentially from falling backwards and being able to snap off. So when you build your Heroforge Mini, having just some ideas of, like, you know, how you wanna balance them and how they're gonna be structurally. Always a good idea. Always a good idea. So let's just double check, make sure that's just touching. And it just has to be touching a little bit. Like, see that? That point of contact, that's all we need. And that is going to be very, very firm. All right. I think that's good. I think we're great. I think we are good. Let's just double check and make sure that everything looks okay. Yeah, I think everything looks really good. Yeah, honestly, I don't think there's much that I'd want to change, really. I mean, maybe that smoke. And then let's just double check the lighting here. We've got orange lighting there, and then we've got the red lighting there. But yeah, if we really put this source there, so we have 2 fire. Yeah, going out with a heat thing. Yes, we've got two fire dudes this season. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. All right. All right, sweet. All right, looks like we have our winners. We have our salamander, who is now all done and dusted. We have our Jeez, he's too big for the freaking thing. Yeah, we've got that. We've got our. Ooh, actually, you know what? Before I forget, was I happy with the tusks? I think I was. Yeah, definitely tusks. Definitely tusks. Okay. Closing the season with a blaze. Ha ha. Rename Baylor. Legendary. All right. Sweet as. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming and joining us today. I hope you enjoyed our little hangout session where we got to make a really cool Baylor. We are now going to go and raid. Who are we going to go and raid? Let's see who is out and about doing things today. Lots of people on the Twitch trying to make a day. The Watcher is playing New World. Rowan is playing Dead by Daylight. Dice cream sandwiches. Ooh, is it a Quincy day? It might be a Quincy day. Otherwise, careful cantrips out and about. It is a Quincy day. Let's go raid Dice cream sandwiches. Hells yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are going to go and raid Dice cream sandwich. Who are wonderful performers and featuring, of course, our lovely Quincy, because we love Quincy. Quincy is amazing and so much fun. Can we use channel points to guide the raid or bits or something? I'll think about it. The reason I don't have audiences choose the raids is because usually I might be supporting someone in a particular week, and I don't want people to waste points if they don't have a chance to. So, but yes, feel free to throw me some suggestions. I always love suggestions for things like raids and support people to support, because that's what we do. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming and tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this session. Details on the Baylor will be available on my Discord channel, so please be sure to come in, drop by, say hi. And till next time, guys, as always, from me to you, game hard or die trying. Good night, everybody.